What's up, everyone? Yo, we are back. What's up, man? Welcome. It is another night of the sickest guitar solos. We are back. What's up, Anthony? Anthony over on Instagram. What's up, brother? Yo, what's up, man? We are on Twitch right now. Yo, check this out. So I just became an affiliate on Twitch, which means awesome, man. Thank you very much. Yo, we're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Instagram. There, or if you're on another platform and you want to go over to Twitch, please go over to Twitch. All right, you hear feedback. Hold on. How is the Twitch? All right, how is the audio? Is the audio messed up? All right, we got 4 people over here on Twitch. Shout out to everybody. All right, Doroteo Garcia says he hears feedback. I'm not sure what that's all about. Hold on. Let me see. It's like echo. I got a little bit of reverb on my vocals here. We're on Instagram. How's everybody doing on Twitch? Let's see here. All right. What is going on here? I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let's figure out what's going on here. All right, everything looks good on my end. So I don't know. I don't know if Will's headphones are bugging. Let me play that. Let's play that song again. This is a song called The Dark Oracle. that was a song called The Dark Oracle. Yo, I got my dude Sandman is in the chat. What's up, man? That is not, no, Sandman, that is not the Bill Ford. That is Will Ferrero. Not the same person. I finally made affiliate. Now I got to get to partner. He says I'm asleep. What's up, Bob? I made affiliate. How cool is that? Yeah. Now we going for partner now. And yo, shout out to Will. Will gifted a sub to Stray. Yeah, dude. I got to get the emotes. I got to get the emotes all set up. Will says, "Have you ever seen Bill 4 and myself in the same room?" I don't think so. We got my bass player Sandman is in the chat on Twitch. What do we got going over on YouTube? All right, Doroteo Garcia says, oh, thank you. All right, so Doroteo is over on YouTube. He says, I love it. It sounds like old school Trivium, Shadows Fall, All That Remains, Killswitch Engage, early 2000s new wave of American heavy metal, which started in Massachusetts. Thank you very much. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm not too far from Massachusetts, and those are all bands that I really like. And he also says, killer melodic leads, melody over speed any day, but you can mix speed with melody for the right balance. Thank you very much. And Doroteo, if this is your first time listening to me, I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you. So if you want to check out my band Etherius, the song that I just played is from my band. I'm going to drop a link for you in the chat. So I got banned on TikTok for a week because apparently I said a word that they don't like. And you know what? It's actually a blessing in disguise because we're all worried because I'm focusing on Twitch now. I do teach, yes. Where's Drywall? Is Drywall in the chat? This guy doesn't even have bells. Dude, I literally just became an affiliate today. I haven't figured out all the features yet, man. He said He said this guy doesn't even have bells and whistles when you subscribe. Hashtag unfollow. Come on, man. Cut me a little slack. I've literally been streaming on Twitch for like 3 weeks now, and I made affiliate, all right? So leave me alone. All right, let's see here. Okay, Doroteo says, actually, it's my second time. I heard you on Saturday 2 weeks ago. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. We got 5 people on YouTube. We got 10 people on Twitch. What's up, Jackie? We got Jackie in the chat. All right, my man Will is gifting subs, man. I appreciate that. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. This whole thing is new. This whole thing is very new to me, so. But we're having a good time. All right, man. Let's play some music here. Here's a song called Thread of Life. Oh, and if you're in the Twitch chat, I dropped a link to Etherius. Did I pin it? I didn't pin it. Hold on. I'm a terrible person. There we go. I just pinned it. Yo, Ethan, what's up? What's up, Max? Oh, shit. Max and Ethan are raiding. Gentlemen, thank you. Bob says I'll sub on Thursday once I get a paycheck. Bob, thank you. Oh, hold on. Bob's asking me to wait. He says I can only do so much. Listen, give me some time. I will get it all sorted out. Yo, shout out to Max. Max and Tarquin, Ethan, those guys raid my chat all the time. I appreciate that. I know Max was streaming earlier. I didn't get to check your stream out, but I know you're there on Thursday too. Jackie said, yes, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can sub to the channel. Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday, I know that, yes. Yeah, shout out to Damien. All right, who else we got here? Oh, we didn't. Wait, do I need to set up raid notifications? I'm going to have to figure out how to do this. I don't know. Listen, this is my first day as a Twitch affiliate. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what the procedure is here. Like, what am I supposed to do? Will says he's going to stream himself watching this stream. That's actually a good idea. All right, man, let me stop talking. I'm just going to play a fucking song. Chris. Will, Jesus, Will. Will is gifting subs like he's just throwing them out like hotcakes, man. Chorus with long notes. This song has a chorus with long notes. Bob is so young, he thinks I'm a boomer. Yo, shout out to Will, man. Will is just throwing out subs. All right, we're gonna have to get me and Sandman to do a stream together. We'll do a guitar bass playthrough. All right, here's a song with with very long sustained notes in the chorus. The song is called "Thread of Life." He said, hold him tight and never let go. That's what I said about my last girlfriend. That didn't work out so well. What's up, Guitar Dre, over on Instagram? what happened to my sound? Uh-oh. Something happened. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? All right, my song got cut off. All right, hold on. You can hear me. All right, something weird just happened. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. Okay, that was so bizarre. All right, I'm going to play that one again because there's some like weird audio things going on here. All right. Sandman says I'm an elder. It got cut, yeah, right at the moment. We're going to do that one again. I'm an elder millennial, yes. I'm not to be confused with stray millennial. We got 12 people in the chat. What's up, Ethan? I'm doing well, man. How are you? What's up, Darkwing? I mean, or should I call you Rachel? I'm going to call you Rachel from now on. Geriatric millennials. Sandman says stray millennial username checks out. I'm playing a gig on Saturday with a cover band. My birthday's on Friday. I'm going to do a birthday stream on Friday. My birthday's this Friday. So, we're going to do a birthday stream. I'm going to do like a 4-hour stream. I'm actually going to jam on some covers because I have to rehearse for this cover gig that I'm playing on Saturday. So, I'm going to do an Etherius set. We're going to play a bunch of covers, man. We're going to be doing some Alice in Chains. We'll be doing some Creed. We'll be doing Tool, Metallica. I know as much as I hate playing Metallica, it's fun to play when you're actually playing live and not streaming. We're going to play Alice in Chains. Bob, I'll play Them Bones for you. What else do we play? Oh, we play some Lynch Mob. Who else? We do Tool, we do Lynch Mob, we do Metallica, Priest, we do Maiden, we play Power Slave, we play 2 Minutes to Midnight. We play The Trooper. We're doing a set with the band that we're playing with. So the band that we're playing with, we're gonna do a 3-guitar Maiden. We're gonna play The Trooper with 3 guitars. It's gonna be fucking awesome. We're not playing AC/DC. Sorry, Stray. Maybe we'll do like. I played that wrong. Max says Maiden is doing Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Oh, are they really? Dude, that song is so... I love that song. I will say my favorite song on Power Slave is a Flash of the Blade. That's my favorite song from the Power Slave. And I do like... come on, Aces High. Come on, man. You can't go wrong with Aces High. There is not. Listen, I will say there is not one bad song in Maiden. All right, Doroteo. I'm forgetting everybody on YouTube. Doroteo, if you're an Amazon Prime member, if you wanna, you can subscribe to me if you're interested on Twitch. All right, Doroteo says I'm Gen X, grew up in the prime of hard rock and metal. All millennials say they wish they had grown up in the 70s and 80s. I'm one of those. I was born in 84, and I wish I was born in 64. Because I would have grown up in the 80s, man, when thrash metal was coming up. And I would have gotten to see Yngwie in his prime. But it's okay. All right, Isaiah says I can hear you. All right, cool. Isaiah is watching on Instagram. Yeah, we're gonna do Lynch Mob at this gig. Let's see if you guys know. Come on, Jackie, you got to know that song. Well, Mr. Scary is a great song. I'm actually just doing songs that are going to be in our cover set. But that is a great song. That's not Mr. Scary. Mickey, yeah, Mickey, yep, it is Wicked Sensation. Shout out to Mickey on Instagram. He got it right. What a great song. I'm trying to play the solo. No, we're not doing any extreme. So we're only playing for like we're only playing for like 90 minutes. We usually do like when we play by ourselves, we do like a 3-hour set. So there's a lot of songs we're not playing. Like we do Panama, we do Drop Dead Legs. I'm trying to think what else we do. We do Perfect Strangers, a little Deep Purple. We're gonna do Highway Star, The Trooper. Yeah, man, it's gonna be really awesome. Yeah, I wish I got to see Yngwie in his prime. Dude, Drop Dead Legs is my favorite song on 1984. That song is deceptively hard to play. It's hard to lock in the groove because it has like this like swagger to it. Can you hear it? Dude, I haven't, bro, if I play it now, it's going to be awful because I haven't practiced it. All right, maybe I'll play it. All right, maybe I'll practice it, and then maybe I'll play it on Friday. I haven't practiced it since we played a gig like 2 months ago. That was our last gig, so that's the last time I played that song. So I need to rehearse it. That's not a song that you can just play. You got to really know your shit. I don't want to like piss all over the name of Eddie Van Halen and fuck it up. I love Eddie. All right, yo, I said I was gonna play a song. Yeah, the whole solo is so good. That whole song, man. Yeah, he's doing a lot of he's doing some chromatic stuff. Alan Holds, yeah, dude, 100%. And the thing is, he's not using a ton of gain either, which is like the best part. His tone is very clean. It's got that like dirty clean kind of sound. All right, I'm gonna play that song again. Dude, yeah, George Lynch, Doroteo says George Lynch is a beat. George Lynch is, he's awesome. And he's like, I don't know if you guys know this, but George Lynch's daughter, George Lynch is Richie Faulkner's father-in-law. So, yeah, so Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest is married to George Lynch's daughter. Talk about fucking Guitar Hero family right there. All right, Max says, Runnin' with the Dweezil is a podcast Dweezil does about the Van Halen catalog. That's very interesting because I would love to see. I'm going to have to check that out because I'm sure there's a lot of great stories behind a lot of especially the first 5 albums. I'm pretty sure Frank Zappa was the inspiration for him building 5150. Oh, it's a musician analysis? See, that's cool, man. It's cool because Eddie was always like a very free-form, kind of fly by the seat of his pants. So it's cool to hear like musician analysis of songs that were very sort of improvisational. All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds right up my alley. It's funny because I was never like the hugest Van Halen fan because I was always a Randy Rhoads guy. I always thought it was like you had to pick one. It was either Eddie or Randy, and I was always a Randy guy. But it's like, dude, fuck that. They're both amazing. Like, what I have to pick one? No, you don't have to pick one. Get out of here. No. She said sorry. She says, I will not go. All right, let me play a song. I'm going to play that song again. Yeah, instant replay. Bob started a poll. Oh, you know what? Stray, I need to make you a mod. How do we... Oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. I just modded Stray. I know I talked about that earlier. It didn't cut off at the end. All right. That was a song called Thread of Life. All right. Bob was eating cake. Bob, is the cake a lie? Is that cake a lie? All right, Tarquin. Yes, I do remember last time you were here, we were talking about Talus and Billy Sheehan. And it's crazy that Yngwie they buried Yngwie in his band, which is wild to me because that was Yngwie in his prime. July 16, 1985, I was still in diapers, still shitting my pants, still in a crib. Max says, love the tab. Yeah, I like to do, I like to double up on notes. I like doing stuff like that. It creates like that cool fake echo kind of thing. What else can I play? I'm playing some more Etherius music here. Ethan says he did not exist back then. Max says a lot of my taps are all hammer-ons. Yeah, I do a lot of like hammer-ons from nowhere, which I'm going to do in this next song. All right. Darkwing says, giving me nothing but gold for these comedic real videos. Are you recording? Are you screen grabbing my stream? Are you gonna clip this and you're gonna clip this and make me look stupid? Max says he's gonna gonna clip. That'll be all the emojis. Yeah, they clip all the guitar faces. That's right. All right, Jackie says she had Damien in '86. He was at a show in the womb. That's why he likes music. That's why Damien likes music. Yo, Will with more gifted more subs, man. Will, thank you, man. She says, listen, I have a job to do. Bob says, y'all are 3 times my age, bruh. Come at me, bruh. It's all right, Bob. All right. Yo, I feel bad. I keep neglecting the YouTube chat. What's up to everybody on? We got 4 people watching on YouTube. What's up, everyone? All right, Will says just bought the tabs. All right, Will, I'm just gonna give you a disclaimer. I will send the tabs out. Give me like within 24 hours. You'll get your tabs. I think I put that in the description when you go to buy them. Damn, everybody. Max is 31. Will's 30. Yo, what's up, Larry C? My boy Larry C in the house. Damn, I'm older than all of you. I'm about to be 41. Oh, that's right. Tarquin's older than me. All right. I'm about to be 41. My beard is getting grayer by the day. Yeah, I send them. Yeah, because I don't know. So I send the tabs myself because I don't know how to. I don't know where to upload them so people can download them instantly. Maybe if I do like a Dropbox link. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Tarquin says I'm ancient. Yeah, all right, Larry C's going to be 40. Jay Gorio Jay Gorio Gravy. I like that, yes. Shout out to the coach. Yeah, but I'm the unk. I'm like the unk for... What's up, DLB? Is that DLB? DLB on Instagram. You want to see the... Yes, you can see my beautiful Kiesel. There it is. All right, Will says he's going to book a lesson. Dude, shout out to you, Will. Yeah, if anybody wants to book a lesson, if you go to my website, go to the lesson... I think it's the lessons tab. Actually, if you go to the link tree that I have in the chat, you can book a lesson. Yeah, me and Larry C are in the unk cat. Although Larry C, you have kids, so you're a dad. So you're the dad. You got the dad status. I'm the unk. I'm the cool unk to Giuseppe and Bob. Bob said I'm gonna be the godfather of his kids if he ever has kids. That's I don't know if that's a lot of pressure, Bob. Bob says my website looks quite swell. I need to get the mailing list back up and running again. I need to get my Discord server up and running again, man. I'm such a slacker. What am I streaming on other than Insta and Twitch? I am streaming on YouTube. So we're on Instagram, we're on Twitch, and we're on YouTube right now. I think I'm on Facebook, but nobody watches Facebook, so Jackie's the godmother. Jackie's my honorary mother. Where's this Discord? Dude, I have a Discord, but I have to revamp it. Larry C says, my friend with no arms and no legs loves swimming in lakes. His name is Bob. Darkwing says, I'm just here. Oh, come on. You know you're one of my favorite people, all right? Relax. All right. It's time to play another song. This song, I'm going to be totally honest with you, this song gives me anxiety because it's not easy to play. All right, Max says, I definitely would like to add a Kiesel to my arsenal. Thing is, I need to play a guitar before. Dude, I understand. So the reason I got this one is because in 2015, the very first tour that I did with Angel, we went to the Kiesel factory. So I got to play this one right off the assembly line. This wasn't built for me. This guitar was already made. They already had it on a rack. They already built it. It was in the warehouse. And Jeff Kiesel, he let me try a couple out. And he was like, hey, you want to take some guitars for the tour? And I was like, sure. So this was one of them. And that was how I got my deal. So this one I got to play it before I bought it. Or before I, quote, bought it. I put that in quotations. What's my favorite Etherius riff that I've written? Oof. That's a hard one. I'm going to say the Omnipotent. This riff. Although this next song has a lot of my favorite riffs in it too, so if you guys visit the website, he's under the yeah, there's like a little dude, listen, let's be real here. I do have a Kiesel endorsement, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm a nobody. I'm still a nobody compared to some of the other artists they have. So I have a little picture on the website. That's why I'm oh, the stream keeps getting interrupted with ads. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to all right, I'm going to look. I literally just became an affiliate today. So I'm going to, let me figure out what the deal is with the ads. Because I don't want to bombard y'all with ads. But I'm trying to make some money too. You know what I'm saying? I got bills to pay. I got guitars to buy, you know what I'm saying? I got to buy a new chair. I got to buy a second monitor. Tarquin says ads put money in Guitar Boss pocket. Love ads. See, my goal, my long-term goal, I'm trying to buy a house so I can have a finished basement with a studio instead of living in this apartment because my neighbors hate me. So I'm trying to buy a house, man. I'm trying to buy a house in the future so I can, or at least rent a house so I can have a basement or a room so that I can play a little bit louder and I don't have to annoy anybody. All right, yo, I think me and Max should buy it. We should move into a house together so we can have a stream. And then Ethan can come over and he can play his drums. All right, DLB on Instagram. Sorry, I keep ignoring you because I'm worried about the Twitch chat. All right. Who are your inspirations that you base your writing off of? I know you work with Angel, but I feel like it's not a big influence for yourself. My inspirations, man, I'm like, I listen to all kinds of music, but at the end of the day, I'm a fucking metalhead, and I love metal. So a lot of my inspirations when I'm writing, just like the bands that I've always been into, Iced Earth and Children of Bodom, Blind Guardian, Symphony X, Dream Theater, just all Testament, Slayer, Megadeth, like all that stuff. Like all the stuff that I grew up with is still like such an inspiration for me. And working with Angel definitely, his playing definitely rubs off. Just because I've been friends with Angel for 15 years, 16 years now, and we've done a lot of things together. So musically and just like friendship wise, so it's definitely Angel's gonna have a little bit of an influence there as well. Yeah, it's the Twitch handle is Guitar Boss, but the O is the number 0. So let me put that in the chat for you. So that's the Twitch right there. All right. Yo, Larry C gifted me a sub, or he gifted Ethan a sub. Shout out to Larry C. Jackie says, "Do not rent, throwing money away." You know what? I disagree with that because there's a lot of hidden costs to home ownership. When you gotta replace your roof and it costs you $30,000, or you're spending $3,000 for a water heater, it adds up. But I understand where you're coming from. See, for me, owning a house would be great because I work in a trade, so I know how to fix things. Well, technically, you don't own your house either, because if you don't pay your property taxes, man, the bank and the township are going to come and take that shit from you. All right, we got. Bob says that's the most unk thing I've heard from you. All right, what's up, Dan? Dan made the migration from Instagram to Twitch. Welcome. I do HVAC, Larry. I'm the AC guy. All right, Larry says I own my house and do most of my repair work and fix appliances. Dude, same, man. Like if I owned a house, like I would fix all of my own shit. The only thing I really don't do is carpentry. But I mean, I can do my plumbing, my HVAC. I know I can fix a washer and dryer. All right, hold on. We have a question. Tarquin asks, which band do I like more, a Judas Priest or Iron Maiden? Dude, that's like asking me which arm I want to chop off. Do I have to pick one? Tarquin says the arm joke is great. All right, Dan says, I literally had to fix my AC yesterday. A bug got under the contactor and electrocuted itself. Dude, you know what's funny, man? A lot of the most common service calls that I get as an HVAC guy is always like a burned capacitor, or I get a lot, especially because like where I live, there's the next couple of towns over from where I live is very they're very middle, like upper class. So like the houses are like $800,000, $900,000, $1 million like average. So we go into a lot of these homes and like they have 2 or 3 AC units for their house, and they have landscapers, and sometimes the landscapers they get a little too zesty with the weed whacker, and they be fucking tearing thermostat wires apart. And then the homeowner's like, I turn my thermostat on and nothing happens. It blows air, but the unit outside doesn't come on. And then we find that like the landscapers like chop the wire, the thermostat wire coming from the house. All right, Tarquin says, tradesmen are the backbone of this nation. We love the trades and Twitch. Yes, we love trades and Twitch ads, and you can get plenty of both here. Maybe I'll start an HVAC channel. I'll teach all you homeowners how to fix your air conditioning. Max says, I found out a lot of sound guys are also electricians. Well, that's, what, it makes sense because they're dealing with the same kind of stuff. Larry C says, speaking of arms, I buy all of my guns from a local guy. He's actually a T-Rex. He's my small arms dealer. Jackie says, I have the Cadillac of AC units, the guy told me. Darkwing says, my house almost caught fire a couple of months ago because the circuit breaker caught fire in the attic. Why do you have a circuit breaker? All right, why is there a circuit breaker in your attic? That's like a weird place for it. Max says they're lugging in a 1,000,000-watt PA system, so they need to... Oh, dude, absolutely. They need to know how much amperage they can bring. Oh, to the HVAC. Oh. Yeah, that can be a problem. I got shocked with... Listen, I will tell you, I do residential, but we also do a lot of commercial HVAC. There is nothing like the tingling feeling you get when you get zapped with 460 volts. It's definitely a thing. It's an experience. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's an experience. Oh, you got a Bryant. Okay, yeah, Bryant is a carrier. It's basically like it's carrier just with a different name. It's made in the same factory. Bryant, Payne, carrier, they're all the same. They're all the same. She said, OMG, no, Jay, that's toxic. Yeah, I got shocked with 460. I definitely felt it. You can't just bring 2 giant subs and mains to a backyard party and not expect the houses. Oh, dude, yeah. You're absolutely true, man. Larry C says we have a Lennox. Lennox, and now I'm giving you all pointers on HVAC. Dan says that HVAC guy yesterday was poking around in there with a pocket knife, and I know enough about electricity to be like, Darkwing says, I can hear it now, Jinx. Just hold my hand and put the fork in the socket. Pause. Yeah, I have, Tarquin says, this is a great channel. I learn about new metal, hammer-ons, everyone's age, and HVAC electrocution. Bob says, I hate mobile mod view. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Is it like a separate app? We got Winard Soriano on Instagram. He says, good day. What's up? Welcome. All right. Yo, we got 8 people. There's 8 people watching on YouTube right now. Can I play some Korn? Hold on. Let's see. I think that's right. That's all I know. That's all you get. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cover an Etherius song right now. This is a song called Veins of Silver and Sorrow. I am probably going to fuck this one up because this song gives me anxiety because some of these guitar solos are hard. Pause. All right, Dan says, little theory moment. What is that nasty dissonance? So this is a minor second interval. So it's 2 notes that are a half step apart that I'm rubbing together. It is definitely the nastiest of intervals, but when you play it with a clean tone, it's also one of the most beautiful and ethereal. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It is a beautiful sound when you do it with a clean tone. Like when you play like a minor 9 chord, like let's say... I don't have a clean tone right now, but you understand what I'm saying. Those minor 9 chords are so beautiful when you play it with a clean tone. It's so like dark and depressing, and I love it. All right. Here we go. Yo, that was a song called Veins of Silver and Sorrow right there. From my band Etherius, man, from our new album. Yo, our new album is called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. I think somebody bought an album that I need to mail it out. I'm horrible. Listen, if you buy merch from me, I'm just gonna warn you. I mail all the merch out myself. I'm horrible at mailing out merch. Like, I don't know if Stray is still here. But Stray will tell you firsthand. Max says that was me. Oh, Larry C too. Yes. Yeah, you'll get your merch, man. I'm horrible. I'm sorry. What's up, beautiful not savage? I saw your name in there and I just didn't say hi to you. What's up? Great marketing. Yeah. Dude, that is a great idea, man. That's a great way to market the merch. Bob's all right. I stream on any day that ends in Y. So this way there's no confusion. All right, Max says I really dig that track. Thank you, man. Dude, that track is so much fun, man. It's some of the leads in there are freaking hard, man. Especially that first one. All right, Dan wants to make a request from the Etherius. You can make a request, yes. Hopefully it's a song that I play, because there's a couple songs that I haven't played in a long time. Oh, shit, man. I'm killing y'all with ads. I'm sorry. I got to make money somehow. All right, let me see what's going on on YouTube. All right, we still got, YouTube, we got 4 people watching on YouTube. Even though the chat is quiet, man, I appreciate that. I do take requests, yes. Of Etherius, yeah. I do Angel tracks too, man. Maybe we'll play an Angel song. Larry C says, I'm still polishing the Them Bones. Dude, listen, man, that solo is tricky because it's not in 4/4. Is this the norm for this platform? You know what I do get when I watch other stream, like when I watch Matt Hafey, I do get a bunch of ads too sometimes. Can I play Power Slave? Oof. All right, Dan wants to hear Rivers of Sand and Blood. Ethan asked for Power Slave. Oof. I got to remember it. Hold on. All right, I need to practice it. But Dan wants to hear Rivers of Sand and Blood. I will play Rivers. I will play Power Slave for you. Dude, Adrian's lead, yeah, I'm more of a Dave Murray guy, but I'm with you on Adrian, man. I'm trying to remember. I used to know that whole middle section. Because you know what's funny? When I play Power Slave with the cover band, we don't play the whole song. We play like we play up until the second chorus before it goes to the bridge, and then we go into 2 minutes to midnight. It's fun. 2 minutes to midnight is such a fun song to play. All right, Dan says, hold on. Dan says, up until today, I'd never heard you do your thing live, and I can absolutely understand why Angel once said there's only one person he let play his rhythm. You've got your stuff down tight, or at least as best I can tell. Dude, I thank you very much for that too, man. I appreciate that. I love to play the guitar, man. I've been playing guitar for almost 30 years. I love to play, man. I'm obsessed with it. I'm just as obsessed with it as I was when I was in high school. I like to talk about guitar. I like to play the guitar. It's just my thing, man. It's like another appendage. Max says, you're a great player, dude. Thank you, man. You're a great player. Matt, yo, people should go follow Max because Max is also a great player. My obsession with guitar is why I live by myself. I'm a very difficult person because I do things, how can I say this? I do things my way. And that's it. There's my way and that's it. I don't compromise for anybody. So I'm very difficult to live with, which is why I live by myself. And I prefer it that way. When are Angel and I heading? You got to ask Angel about that. Angel's not really a touring guy. I know Angel doesn't like touring, so whenever he wants to go out again, I will be there. Darkwing says sub-level 5, hashtag never forget. Nah, but for real, like I'm just very stubborn. I'm just set in my ways. That's it. I'm just gonna play guitar all the time. All right, Larry C says, I played for over 20 years, but mainly acoustic. It was only until recently that I picked up the electric in a serious way, which is why I sound like... Dude, it's all good, dude. I watch your videos, man. You just got to just get your intonation and stuff. But listen, man, I was a beginner, too, at one time. So playing electric guitar is not... It's like a different instrument from playing acoustic. Dan says, I'll eventually get Etherius tabs. I just don't want to deal with putting that low A on the 7-string back to a B. Dude, we only have like 3 or 4 songs in drop A. Beautiful Not Savage says, I've often considered buying a duplex in case I ever get married. That's the way to do it. Tarquin says, I love Maiden, but we saw them at Jones Beach early in the Seventh Son anniversary tour. Alice Cooper opened, and I have to say, Alice won the night. Alice's band is always hot. Maiden was just rusty that night. Dude, that's crazy. Every time I've seen Maiden, they've been amazing. I saw them in 2019. Tarquin says, I love what he says to his players. I make you your 3 promises. You will get paid, you will tour the world, and you'll get stitches. Listen, dude, I did a tour with Nita. Dan just mentioned Nita. I did a tour. The last tour that I did with Angel was in 2018. We toured with Nita. I don't know if anybody saw the Guitar Collective tour that year with Jackie Vincent. Listen, man, Nita is one of the hardest working musicians I've ever seen in my entire life. Nita deserves whatever success she's having right now. She fucking deserves it because she works her ass off, man. Like I saw it firsthand for 6 weeks. Yeah, man. She has a work ethic. Like, all right, what's up, Patrick? Patrick on YouTube says, "Can you play A New Level by Pantera?" I don't know how to play it, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, Orianti's good, too. I saw Maiden in Brooklyn in 2019. They opened with Aces High, and they had the prop playing. It was so badass. Larry C says, I'm going to keep bossing up so that one day my playing sounds... Dude, just keep practicing, man. Keep at it, dude. Alice introduced Nita as her Royal Highness. I saw Nita play with Alice Cooper. It was a really good show. The first time I saw Maiden was in 2003. It was Maiden, it was Dio, and it was Motorhead. PNC Bank Arts Center. It was amazing. Fucking Dio was amazing. Dio was phenomenal that night. And then a couple years later, I saw Heaven and Hell. A couple years later, I saw Heaven and Hell with Megadeth. All right, Darkwing's like, play a fucking song. Stop talking. All right, yo, Dan asked for Rivers of Sand and Blood, so I'm going to play Rivers for him. 2012, you saw the 7th Sun anniversary. Dude, that's... Yeah, when I saw him in 2019, yeah, it wasn't an anniversary. It was just whatever tour that was. But they had set changes every couple songs, man. They played Revelations. They played The Trooper. They played Aces High, Number of the Beast. They played Wicker Man. It was really good. Yeah, I saw him in 2019 at Barclays. Dude, Trivium is a great live, too, man. I saw Trivium at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair. The airplane stalled during the encore. But knowing those guys, man, they probably played it off real nice. All right, Larry C says, I'm going to meet Phil Anselmo next month when they come to Michigan. His niece was a student of mine and found out I love Pantera. She's hooking us up with backstage passes. Going to meet Zach and the crew. Dude, awesome, man. Yo, you'll get to meet Grady Champion. Grady Champion is Zach's guitar tech. He was Dime's guitar tech for the whole length of Pantera. I've never met Grady, but I've heard that he's a really cool dude. Dan says the fact that Matt can do his vocals and downpick that rhythm the way he does, dude, when I do Creeping Death with the cover band, I do all the backing vocals, dude. I have a hard I can't even do that. Yeah, he's definitely playing some complex rhythms. All right, Ethan says he saw Maiden 3 times. Dude, I'm going to see him again. So when are we going to get Chris and I on a stream? I don't think Sandman is still here. I think he left. He was here like an hour ago. We should, man. We're going to have to get a Sandman stream. Me and Sandman. It's up to him, dude. He's got kids, so I know his schedule is like totally crazy. All right. I'm going to play a song now. This song is called The Rivers of Sand and Blood. This one is for Dan by request. All right, here we go. was the Rivers of Sand and Blood going out to Dan right there. All right, I'm not going to lie, man. That song is another one that pushes my picking to my sweep picking and my alternate picking to the brink. Thank you, Max. Yeah, a couple of Michael Romeo style licks going on in that song. That song is fun. That song is so much fun to play. Bob says, my Wi-Fi is dying. Darkwing says, OMG, I thought that said wife. Bob, is there something you're not telling us? Dan says, what's the hardest part of that song for you? Is it the trem picking immediately into that sweep? The hardest part of that song is the ending solo where I do all the crazy sweep tapping and sweeping taps, as I call them. That ending arpeggio is definitely the hardest part of that song. Max says, I don't do a ton of tremolo picking. I tend to lean more towards legato. Dude, it's just all about what kind of sound you're going for. Like me, I love black metal, so I be tremolo picking a lot of shit. Because I'm just very much into black metal and death metal. It's just what kind of sound do you want? That's really all it is. All right, Tarquin says, don't you fear for your hands during HVAC? Dude, I have nightmares. All right, Darkwing says, I got to go to sleep now. Boot camp, uh-oh. Good night, Rachel. Her name's not really Rachel. It's a joke. This is a joke from yesterday. Dude, I have nightmares about, like, cutting a finger off with a Sawzall. I drilled a screw through my finger one time. It happens. I didn't play guitar for a week. It was my index finger on my left hand. So, no guitar for a week. It was, you know what? It was okay, though, because, it fucking hurt. It hurt. It's funny because, right, at least I didn't lose the tip of my fingers in a sheet metal pressing machine at a factory. It's funny because when it happened, I was drilling a screw through a piece of ductwork, and I remember thinking, like, before it happened, like, I think I should probably move my finger over a little bit, and then before I knew it, the screw went right in, and there's always, like, a couple seconds between when it happens and then when your brain actually, like, feels the pain, or the signal transmits to your brain. There's like a 3-second delay. You know the pain is about to come, but it's not there yet. But you know what's about to happen. And that's exactly what happened. It was like I did it. I'm like, oh shit. And then like 5 seconds later, I was like, I was just like in so much pain. Commercial. Oh, it was an ad. I'm sorry about the ads. All right, you know what? I'm gonna set up the next song. All right, Tarquin says, admit it. Your immediate thought wasn't about your damage, but how... Dude, yeah, bro. Whenever I hurt myself, I'm like, how is this going to affect my music? Did I end up pulling an angel and pulling the bandage off to play? No, you know what? I don't think I did. I just didn't play for a week. I was like, you know what? Let me take a break. I'm going to sort the ads out because I literally became a Twitch affiliate today. So I need to go take a look at my settings and see what's going on. Shit, we got 6 people watching on YouTube, and I'm totally neglecting the chat over there. But shout out to everybody on YouTube, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do something about the ads. Stray says, I still can't edit your stream. But I may... Wait, hold on. All right, I'm going to have to figure out what that's all about. Dan says, you were asking, what did you want me to slow down? I think I missed that question. Oh, the ending. Oh, okay, I see it. You're talking about the ending arpeggio. Yeah, I can slow that down for you. So the first lick, this is very hard to play slow. So the first lick is, let me get like a better camera angle here. I do kind of a Michael Romeo thing. It's actually really hard to play slow. Hold on, let me play it again. There we go. The glissando, yeah, dude. So it's just kind of a Michael Romeo thing. Dude, that's what I got it from Romeo, man. Fucking Romeo, dude. I love him. I love Romeo's playing. All right, Dan says, dude, how on earth do you actually get that sweep tapping arpeggio stuff down like that? Is it actually left or right hand? It's mostly left hand driven. Oh, well, it's like 50-50. Because there is a lot of sweeping, but there is a lot going on with the left hand too. It's one of those things you have to practice it with a metronome, and you have to practice it slow. Otherwise, you got to make sure the left and the right hands are synced together. Otherwise, it's going to sound like shit. Yeah, dude, what Max said, metronome is the law. Tarquin says, I play drums part-time. When my wife went into labor with our third son, my immediate thought was, what about tonight's gig? Then I wised up. Went to the hospital, we had our baby, and played the gig that night. So it all worked out for you, man. Shout out to Tarquin's wife. She's a trooper. And she stayed. Where am I tapping versus... Okay, so I'm going to play this again. It's also playing a guitar with no fret marker, so it kind of makes it a little harder. Oh, yes, dude, I know exactly what lick you're talking about in the Eve of Seduction solo. As soon as I read that, I knew exactly what you were talking about. Yep. All right, so I think I mentioned this earlier. I do a lot of hammer-ons from nowhere. So I'll just hammer on with the index finger without picking anything. So right there. I don't know how to explain it, but the three main arpeggios there are B minor, E minor, and F sharp minor. And I'm sweeping all three arpeggios. I'm sweeping. So I'll play it again really slow. Okay, Max gets what I'm doing. I'll play it. Let me play it again. I'll play it a couple more times, like real slow. I didn't even notice that. Are the inlays on top present, or are you just flying? No, dude, I have... So the fret markers, they actually glow in the dark. Stray says, you keep saying your... arpeggio. 5-string arpeggios, 6-string arpeggios. Lots of arpeggios. That's what I do here. I play arpeggios. Tarquin says, what I love about guitarists is I have no idea how they do what they do, but they watch me play drums and are equally confounded. Dude, sometimes I have no idea what I'm doing. I just make things up. All right, let me play it again. Fuck that up. I did a video on this lick. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a video from like maybe a couple months ago where I broke that lick down with the tabs. Dan says, so if I'm gathering it correctly, you're tapping, sweeping past the pickup, tapping again, and then moving. Exactly, yes. That is a good way to describe it. So I'll play it again. Max says, the best is when we write something way beyond our abilities, and then it's time to play it live. Dude, that song Veins of Silver and Sorrow, those guitar solos, it took me like a month to practice them to be able to to develop the courage to play it live in front of an audience. Because those solos they kind of give me anxiety. I'll be totally honest with you. But I'll play that solo again. And the hardest thing too is muting. When you're playing these hammer-ons, you have to be able to mute. Otherwise, the open strings are all going to ring out. There we go. Something like that. Max says, when I got the 8 string, I had to change my muting technique. Dude, that's how it was when I got the 7. You know what? Dan says, I feel like I need to find the tabs on your channel just to find that specific part. Dude, hold on. Let me find the video and I'll put it in the chat. Give me a second here. I'll find the video for you. I'll put the link in the chat. Ha! I found it. My voice just went 8-bit. I think I gotta figure out my my bit rate. I think it's got something to do with my bit rate. I'll figure that out. So that's the link to the video for that arpeggio. Ethan says, I feel that Kiss cannot do any sick shredding like that. That band drags, but we've heard other better bands than that. He said all the Kiss hating. Yeah, so that's the link to the video. All right, man, let me play a song here. All right, man, we're going to do a couple more. Dude, we've been going for an hour and a half. Time goes by fast when I'm having fun and just shooting the shit with some cool people. All right. This song is called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion. right, that was a song called Gilded Shadows of Oblivion right there. Fuck yeah. Let's see here. Tarquin says, I'm old, off to bed for work tomorrow. Thank you, Ethan. All right, Dan says, I have to work tomorrow as well. Technically, I'm 24 minutes from being under 7 hours of sleep, but this one won me over. Max says, do those stretches on the diminished legs. Oh, dude, yes. Absolutely, man. It's my Jeff Loomis ripoff lick right there. I do one like this in the next song, too, with a little bit of tapping. All right, let's see here. Dan, dude, thank you, man. I'm here. Listen, I'm going to be back tomorrow, so I'm going to play one more song. We're going to do one more song because I got to go to bed, too. Dan says, without the fret markers, it's hard to tell on my phone screen, but was that a 7 to 8? No, it was a 3. Is 9, 12, 15? 9, 12, 15, 12, 9. And I do the same thing on the G. And then I go up 3 half steps. So I go to the 12th fret and I do 12, 15, 18. Same thing on the G. And then we do 15, 18, 21. Same thing on the G as well. So, hold on. So it's... Dude, my thumb is like way... My thumb is like this. It is a big stretch. I have small hands too, so I don't have like freakishly long fingers like Paul Gilbert, where that he could probably do that with 1, 3, and 4. I have to do it with 1, 2, and 4. All right, Larry C. All right, dude, Ethan, man, have a great night, bro. Thanks for stopping in. Larry C says, I look forward to these streams every night, although I might not partake in each stream. Dude, it's all good, man. You are here every night, bro. Dude, it's cool, man, that we were able to connect through another content creator, you know, with Coach being in the money mindset stuff. That's really cool, man. Actually, Hakeem, too. Hakeem started following me, so he pops in every once in a while. I got to hit the cliffs of Dover. Max says, I shook Steve Vai's hand and my hand disappeared. He says, I'm very great. And Larry C says, I'm very grateful for you for providing us your continuous time and attention to your craft. Like I said, man, I love playing the guitar, man. Yeah, Hakeem is a real one, dude. He's cool, man. I follow his, he does a lot of shorts. I follow his YouTube channel. All right, man, we're going to do one more song because I got to go to bed, too, because I got to get up for work, man. Us peasants got to go to work. All right. This next song is called Arctic Shadowscape. Again, I'm playing tracks from my band Etherius. Uh-oh, we got a commercial. All right, we'll wait for the commercial. Yo, shout out to the 6 people we got watching on YouTube. Stray says, fuck work. Max says, Angel, I'm curious, Angel is doing the Petrucci camp again. Are you and the band going to be there? No, it's just Angel. He says, sometimes those camps, the artist brings the rest of their band. No, I think Angel's probably going to play with tracks. I might be doing a guitar camp with Angel next year. Somewhere in Europe. That's still kind of in the planning stages. Stray says Jay hates fun. I take offense to that comment. I am so much fun to hang out with. I think it's going to be his own camp. I don't know. I know he was talking about it was going to be like him. I know he asked me. I think possibly Andy Timmons or Andy James. Like there's going to be a couple of people there. But I'm not, again, it's kind of preliminary. Stray says, I want to go to Europe. Dude, Andy Timmons he's awesome. Electric Gypsy is my favorite. That's my favorite Andy Timmons song. So good. All right, I'm just waiting for the commercials. Tone for Date, exactly, man. Yup. Even when he played with Danger, Stray says, I'll pack guitars and equipment and pay my own way. Listen, if you pack the guitars and the gear, I'll pay for the plane tickets, all right? Don't worry. All right, we're back. All right, I'm going to play one more song. This song is another song from the new Etherius album. Our new album is called Hymns of the Crimson Raven. And I'm going to play a song called Arctic Shadowscape. Me and Stray have a deal. We're going to have a cooking show. Well, first we were going to get married, and then we were going to have we're going to do a cooking show where she's going to cook dishes. I'm going to play guitar. Larry C is going to cook as well. And then Darkwing was going to name all the dishes. And there was something else that we were going to do too. I can't remember what it was, but it was something like that. It was going to be fun. It's going to be very entertaining. Bob's going to moderate, yes. I'm also now that I'm a Twitch affiliate, man, I can my long-term plan to get more viewers is to have a couple of smoking hot goth chicks with me while I'm streaming, and they're just gonna stand here, and they're gonna give me water when I need a drink. They're gonna give me a towel when I need to wipe off my forehead, and they're just gonna be there. Exactly, cleavage. Yes, they're gonna be very well. Let's just say they're gonna be hot. That's the only reason I do this. Larry C says, congrats on being a Twitch affiliate. Thank you, man. That's it. Yes. You could see a pattern here. I have a type, if you didn't figure that out yet. Hymns of the Cleavage. Stray says, as Rob Helwig says, the goth cloth. The goth cloth? Beautiful Not Savage says, I'm still new. Oh, okay. We haven't had that conversation yet. That's right. Well, welcome to the party. All right. I'm going to play this song because I need to go to sleep because I'm fucking tired here. I'm sure you're tired. Let's just do this. right, that was a song called Arctic Shadowscape right there from the new Etherius album. Thank you, Beautiful Not Savage. She says, badass as always. Thanks for another amazing live. Thank you for migrating over here from TikTok. I appreciate that. Max says, hell yeah. What's up, Giuseppe? Max says, I love that fast sliding. Oh, dude, everybody likes that lick. Yeah, that's my Dragon Force. Hold on, I just lost my cable. Hold on. It's so much fun. Kind of similar to this. I just slide into the same note. Exactly. What's up, Giuseppe? What's up, Jose? Jose on Instagram. All right. Stray Millennial gave Beautiful Not Savage a shout out. Stray says, it's the best hanging out with people as old as you are, because then it's like, can I be in bed by 9? Absolutely. I'm down for bed at 8:30, but I'm also down for coffee at 6 a.m. I'm really liking this Twitch thing. This is so much fun. We're having a blast. All right, man. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. Jose, thank you. What's up, Jose? I'm the Sigma Unk. That's Peak Riz. Isn't that Peak? Is that what the kids call it? Peak Riz? Something like that. All right, everyone. Yo, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream a little earlier, like maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. All right, CD's corrupt. Love your 7-string. How much did you get it for? So this is a Kiesel. I actually got it for free because I have an endorsement with Kiesel. But I think this guitar would be somewhere between, like if you were to spec this exact guitar out, it would be somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000, I believe. Peak Aura. Max Aura Riz Sigma Ohio Low Taper Fade. All right, this is my signal to leave, to go to sleep. Exact. Max said it perfectly. Brain rot. All right, Jose says master. Thank you, Jose. All right, everyone. Yo, I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a little earlier. This was a lot of fun. We're going to be back on Twitch. We're going to be back on Instagram. We'll be back on YouTube. I will see you all tomorrow. And don't forget, my birthday's on Friday, man. I'm going to do a birthday stream on Friday. We're going to do some covers. I'm going to play some covers, man. We're going to do some Alice in Chains. We'll do a little Dokken, some Maiden, some Priest, some Metallica. Who knows what we're going to do a bunch of stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all, man. I hope you all have a great night.